and it was to the point where you had a grazing return of 0, really, and a cropping return of, well, almost negative, yeah. You'd wonder whether you should even try to crop it at all. And because of patches like this, well, that's why I think this paddock is really try and keep the perennials here, and maybe just put a cereal crop in 1 year in 5 or 6 without killing it, and be prepared to take a lesser yielding grain.
So basically it's always going to be an undersown a perennial.
I think that would be the aim, yeah. I would not like to see it wiped out for 3 years. The water table is too close for comfort, even though it's going down.
How long did it take actually to grass up again after being bare?
Oh, it's an improvement every year, but probably 3 years. Yeah, that patch there, I was getting very concerned about that. But it started improving immediately, but this piece went back to loosen. Yeah.
In 3 years, groundwater will drop down sufficient, but you have got, after that, you have got that leaching that continues. So the salt from the top soil will go down, and it makes it better environment for the roots and the plants to grow. So there are 2 factors here we are talking about: groundwater levels as well as leaching of that soil, root zone.
I think we also need to note that since 05, which was an exceptional grazing year, 06 onwards, they've been below par, and we've probably been overstocked. For those 06, 07, 08, these paddocks have had too much pressure on them. But if we can treat it right this year and next year, instead of a plant there and a plant there, one over there, they're going to cover over. Yeah. And once we get to that, it's good. And I think we can tolerate a few weeds in the early growing stages, but we can't tolerate them in the spring, where the lucerne cannot be covered. It must have sunlight, and if it hasn't got that, she doesn't like it. You could put the same amount of lucerne under 3 rows of barley, and the lucerne wouldn't have been there to the same extent. But give it that, well, on our occasion it's 8.5 inch rows, which means you got 16 inch minus a bit of overlap of daylight, and they seem to get through. So it probably means that our density of lucerne has dropped with this method, but we've now got more than one pasture base within the paddock. It's got a bit of ryegrass, it's got clover, a little bit of Balansae clover.